Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're looking at a breakthrough in robotics, but it's probably not what you're thinking. This isn't about building a better worker, it's about building a better friend. A machine that's designed for connection, not just for taking commands. So let's dive right in. And really, that question is at the heart of this whole new wave of robotics. It's a huge shift, you know? We're moving away from those cold, industrial machines we're all used to, and towards something that feels a lot more alive. Okay, so to really get a handle on this shift, we've got to take a trip, metaphorically, of course, to Shanghai's Zhangjiang Robotics Valley. This place, it's fast becoming a global powerhouse for AI and robotics. It's kind of the ground zero for the kind of innovation that could totally reshape our daily lives. And right there, in the middle of all that, is a company called DroidUp. And what they're doing is, they're rethinking the entire purpose of what a robot is. They're not focused on just practical tasks. Instead, they're pioneering this whole concept they call warm robotics. We're talking about machines designed from the ground up for emotional connection. This whole vision, it comes directly from DroidUp's founder, Li Du. He started the company back in 2021 with this one big goal: to build machines that could actually foster genuine relationships, not just, do the dishes. I mean, that's a pretty radical idea when you think about it. So, fast forward to January 30th, 2026. DroidUp finally pulls back the curtain and shows the world what they've been working on. The result of that vision? A robot designed to look, feel, and interact just like a human. And her name is Moya. So Moya stands at about 5 feet 5 inches tall, and she weighs around 70 pounds. Her proportions are designed to be an incredibly faithful mirror of our own. But honestly, the real story here isn't just about her height and weight. No, the real magic is that her design is completely modular. You can customize just about everything. We're talking hairstyle, facial structure, skin tone, even her clothes. That makes her incredibly adaptable for really any social or professional situation you can think of. So the big question is, how on earth do they make Moya feel so alive? The answer actually comes down to a core scientific principle. DroidUp is all in on this idea of biomimicry. Now, what that means is they are meticulously, and I mean meticulously, modeling Moya on actual biological systems. That's their secret sauce for bridging that huge gap between human and machine. Just look at the details. Her exterior is the soft silicone-based skin that sits over pliable padding, and it's all made to simulate human flesh. And her face, get this, it has over 25 degrees of freedom. That allows her to create this huge range of human-like expressions. We're talking everything from a really genuine-looking smile to a playful wink. And here's one of the most subtle, but maybe most powerful features. Her skin, it's actively heated. It stays at a temperature that's almost identical to a human's. So any physical interaction, like a handshake or a touch on the arm, feels warm and, lifelike. It's an incredible detail. Now, what about how she moves? Her elegant motion is all powered by something called the Walker 3 skeleton. It's DroidUp's own proprietary system, and it uses these lightweight, lattice-like structures that basically contract and expand just like our muscles. The result? Incredibly fluid movement and a walking style that's 92% similar to ours. That's just wild. But you have to remember, all this amazing engineering, it isn't for heavy lifting or factory work. Nope, it's all about social utility. Which brings up the big question, right? Where does a robot like this actually fit into our world? Well, DroidUp has a pretty clear vision for that. They see Moya integrating just seamlessly into our lives. I mean, just picture it. In a hospital, offering comfort to patients, in a nursing home, fighting back against loneliness, in a classroom, acting as a tireless tutor, or even just greeting you at a hotel. The possibilities are huge. Of course, as Moya gets closer and closer to being just like us, her very existence has kicked off a really intense and pretty complex public debate. On one side, you've got the enthusiasts. They're praising her as a truly revolutionary solution. A breakthrough for elder care, a source of comfort for people who are isolated, and an educational tool with basically endless patience. But then, on the other side, you have critics raising some very serious alarms. They're pointing to the uncanny valley, that creepy feeling you get when something is almost human, but not quite.
And they're also bringing up very valid concerns about data privacy from all our sensors, and of course, the risk of displacing human caregivers from their jobs.
So what's the timeline here? DroidUp is planning to bring Moya to the market by late 2026, but that initial price tag, it's going to be around 1.2 million yuan, which is about 173,000 US dollars. So yeah, that means the first customers are almost certainly going to be institutions, places like hospitals and care facilities. And that really brings us to the crucial point. Moya and all the robots that are definitely going to follow in her footsteps, they're forcing us to face some really profound questions. We're talking about our future, our relationships, and what it even means to be human in the first place. This entire explainer was based on the fantastic reporting from Ferris Solution. If you want to learn more, you should definitely visit their website. That's ferrissolution.net.